what's up traders, this is Dave Hunter. I decided to create this video regarding ICT template where we have added decent update, but I think it's very useful, and I would also want to explain you how to use it by using some knowledge about the CLS Algo. So if you never heard about it, I will explain that in this video. Also, I want to mention first that I'm not going to do some cuts and cool adjustments for these videos. I'm not that kind of the YouTuber. I don't consider myself as a YouTuber at all, but I just want to make this educational video about this product, and I think it can help you, right? So first of all, let's go to start about a market participants, about the CLS Algo to explain you, right? So we all know there is a many participants like a hedge funds which trying to make a profits, right? Multinational companies which are hedging the currencies, right? Retail traders, which is us, we are trying to make profits also, right? But also there is the big ones, the pension funds, right? The big banks, central banks, and also the CLS company. I'm not sure if you ever heard about them, but just to explain, I will give you a link below this video so you can watch their website, right? So what they are basically doing, right? So we can see that many of these banks has been fined for the market manipulations over the 6 billions, and this is actually not the actual data, right? So you can see here in 2015 the UBS charges 6 billions, right? EU fines of 344, right? So basically they are always fined for that, right? So why they are still doing it? Because it's very profitable for them, right? So since then this has been happening. There actually appeared this CLS company back in 2012, and since then this is a company which is actually doing the everything for all these banks, right? This is basically the banks which they are trading them for, right? So why would they trade against each others if they can trade together against us, right? So they basically doing it, and they are using this CLS continuous link settlement, which is a CLS company, right? Privately owned company, probably by Rothschilds, I don't know. Also, so what they do, they incorporate all big banks together. On their websites, it's not that far back when there was also mentioned the Fed and some other central banks, but they disappeared. I'm not sure why that happened, if they're trying to hide anything, but so basically what they do, they collect all orders from all the participants, and then they find the liquidity on the markets to proceed with the net positions, right? So it's okay, it's all nice, but all right, how does it helps me with the trading? Well, the CLS, they actually execute over the 6.1 trillion in daily operations, right? So that's basically almost whole Forex market volume, right? So also we know with this volume they cannot just press buy and sell as we do in our platforms, right? They need always find liquidity, and they need time to fill such an orders, right? So that's why they are keeping the markets in the range for some time, right? Also, their algorithm must follow specific AMD accumulation manipulation distribution protocol, right? Why is that? Well, because as I said, they simply cannot keep market in the range and press sell and sell it, right? With all these volume, right? They need to build their positions, right? And then before they do that, they need to do some kind of manipulation before they start to move the price, right? So they need to find the orders by, unfortunately, but it's great information that we know it, but by manipulating others to the other side of the trade, right? So they need to find the other side of the trades by manipulation, right? So what they do, they leave specific footprints, basically the imbalances and gaps, right? So if somewhere is a gaps, we know that they've been trading, right? They also operates in the specific times, which is great information because we can use it for our advantage, right? And these operations can be done with only specific market mechanics, right? So yeah, this is how they work, right? So right now I will show you this, and this is basically what you probably know from the Michael Huddleston, basically the CLS price delivery. He says it's his algo. Well, let's forget it, whatever. but he actually did a great job to map these behaviors, right? So we basically know that price can always go from the consolidation to expansion, right? So what does it mean? Market is consolidating, it can expand, right? It can go from expansion to retracement, so we can get a retracement, right? And it can go from expansion to reversal. So what can happen? We have consolidation, expansion, then we can have a retracement, or it can be a reversal, right? Now we can go, a price can go from expansion to consolidation, right? So it can go from the right? So we can go to the we can go from the consolidation, expansion, consolidation, right? Now we know that price never goes from consolidation to reversal, right? So if price going to the is in consolidation, expansion, consolidation, then we will never get a reversal, right? So what we know, if price is going down, we know that it's a manipulation for the further move up, right? Also, price never goes from the consolidation to the retracement, right? So that means that this leg down after the consolidation in the bullish uptrend, it's just a manipulation for the price going up, right? So just to repeat, we know that we can be in the consolidation, we can go to expansion, pullback, right? And then again expansion, or we can have a consolidation, expansion, reversal, right? Or we can have a consolidation, expansion, consolidation, right? And after the consolidation, we can also have again expansion, right? And then it can be reversal, or it can be just a pullback and continuation, right? So this is very useful, because why is this actually happening? Because it actually explains why who is operating the market, right? So as I said, they cannot do the consolidation and press a sell and sell here, right? So basically, if they do this, that's why they're loading the positions for another up move, right? So that's important to know. So how it could work, it could be a consolidation when they're building the positions, creating the interest on the both sides of the range, right? Then expansion, reversal, right? Which is actually the accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? So important to know. Screenshot this and try to find it on the charts, or just think about it, draw it by yourself few times, and then this will helps you, that you will basically skip this mistake in the future when the price is consolidating and start to drops and you sell in here, right? You have stop loss in here, and you can be sure that your stop loss will be taken out, right? Because that's made on the purpose to create a liquidity in here, where these people with the buy stops will actually buy, so the big players, this CLS, can sell, right, for the result. So it's, once you understand this, it will start to make all the nice sense and understanding the markets, right? So here is again another scheme how it works, right? So we have the expansion to reversal, right, which is actually the AMD reversal pattern, right? So that's possible. So we have actually the market is going up, we have a consolidation, expansion, right, to the reversal, right? So it's actually a continuation in here, right? So we have in here we have a accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? So if the price obviously was going from here, right, so then it's a continuation, we have a continuation, we have an expansion, we have a consolidation, right? Then this reversal, not possible, right? We know from the previous slide that you cannot sell after the consolidation. There has to be first some manipulation, right, which we didn't get in here. So what does it mean? That means that the price will continue up higher. Or if the price comes from the downtrend and you get a consolidation, right, then and we get something like this in here, you cannot enter here, right? Why? Because from the consolidation you cannot get the reversal. You must have first consolidation, expansion to the reversal and continuation, right? So that's one possibility. Or you can have some kind of uptrend, then you have a consolidation, right? And then again, you can see in here, this is just small blip, but they touch it, you can see in here, this small one, right? So what basically happened in here, you see double top, right? Retail formation, false break, people selling in here. Where is the stop losses? Where is the liquidity? Up in here, right? So price go up, right? So what we can get if we have a expansion, consolidation, you know that after consolidation cannot come a reversal, right? So this is wrong. You have a consolidation. After consolidation, we know that can come only the expansion, right? So you have an expansion. Now this can be a retracement or the reversal, right? So you know that you have a expansion, consolidation, expansion, then you have an order block in here which breaks these high, right? Price comes down here, right? And then you don't know yet, but once the price breaks up higher, and then you're getting these gaps in here and you entering in here, you have a continuation, right? So basically don't trade when the price looks like it's delivering reverse consolidation to reversal, right? So again, you have a consolidation when the price comes from here, right? And then start to drops down. You don't sell this, right? If we reverse this, price is coming from the up, doing the consolidation, right? Then you don't buy here, right? You need to see first this kind of manipulation, right? And then also or you can add this, which is my favorite: no rate, no trade, never sell low, never buy high, right? So when the price comes down and it starts to go up, right? And there was no rate of this, you have no trade, right? So that's a rule. And never sell low, so you don't sell low in here, right? And you don't buy high, right? So when the price breaks, you don't want to buy here, right? You want to buy on the pullbacks, right? Always, right? So yeah, based on knowing what can happen in here, we basically always want to see some kind of pattern like this, right? So you always want to see accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? And this pattern is actually playing on the many time frames. Here we can look on the candle, and we don't have to say that this is a daily candle or it is a 4 hours candle or weekly candle, right? So it's basically always same. You can apply it, apply this to the many time frames and the fractal size. So accumulation, manipulation, distribution concept, right? So you have bullish bias and manipulation occurs below the opening price, right? And if you have a bearish bias, manipulation occurs above opening price, right? Can be used for the intraday, also for the weekly, where the Monday has the range function as Asia, right? So I will explain this a little bit later. So right now what we have in here, basically simple. We have an open price which is fixed because we know it by a time, right? That's what is included in the ICT template. We know the time when the price opens, right? So if we are bullish, right, then the price opens in here. We have, for let's say, the Asian session, which is considered for the accumulation. Then we have open time, and we know that there will be a time with the close, right? So our bias is bullish. So what we are looking for is for the manipulation during the first stage of the market, which in the intraday will be during a Monday, or for the weekly it will be Tuesday or Wednesday. I will show you later. So we are looking for the manipulation below the Asian session, right? And then we are looking to participate this expansion, right? Because we have a consolidation, right? We know that we cannot sell the low because after the consolidation is never coming the reversal, and we will want to participate the expansion, right? the price can go into some high time frame levels, then it will retrace a little bit and close in the specific time which we know, right? So what we want to, we obviously, that would be perfect if we catch this low and close these highs, but this is not what you need, right? You need to know that you have a chance to participate this, right? Which could be in the part of the London and then continuation in the New York, right? And same thing works obviously on to the other side, right? So you have a Asian session, right? Then you have open time. I'm sorry, I should draw it like this, right? So you have an Asian session, you have a open time, New York midnight, right? Then you have a manipulation above these highs, right? Perfect would be if here is some higher time frame level, right? Obviously you need to put this in the correct time frame alignments, right? So for example, if you're trading from the 5 minute, 15 minutes, you should have 4 hours level in here, which could be the order block or the fair value gap, right? So again, you have a consolidation, right? We are bearish, right? So price is coming from the top. Then you have a consolidation. Then price moves higher, and you know that it's manipulation. Why? Because it's coming here after this drop. You have a consolidation, and then you know that cannot come a reversal. You know that you need to have a expansion, right? So that's what you want to participate, right? And then also, you know, some time where you want to trade during this day, right? Where the possibly will be a close, right? So that's all perfect. But now, why I told you about this CLS company, right? So let me show you this, right? This is basically what is on their website. There is an operational timeline for the core settlement service for the CLS Algo. You can find it on their website. It's public, right? So what they're basically doing every day on the 8 o'clock Central European time, they start to getting the instructions and input matching orders, right? By who? By these all participants which I have showed you in here, and there is even much more. There is over 300 participants, and I think some of them probably are not public, right? So all of these, our enemies, are giving their inputs and matching orders, right? So they giving the swaps, right, to the way all the members, and basically they giving all their potential orders for the next day, what they want to do, right? So this is where the market is kept in the consolidation. You can see the time is from the 8, right? Or it started actually on the 22. Basically take it from the 8, right? That's where the market is losing the volatility mostly, and it comes to the consolidation phase, right? This is where they are getting the orders, what they will want to do the next day, right? Then the next day the markets is opens, right? So here is a bilateral rest sign deadline, right, around the 6 o'clock, and they simply review the schedule, right? Central banks pay and payout. This is not all very important to know exactly this, right? Here is the system handshake, right? So this is where they all agree what they have been doing, right? They fill their orders between on the book, and then it all starts, right? 7 o'clock start of the settlement. So in here is basically when they start to looking for the liquidity, right? So they did some consolidation in here, right? Then they already know in here where they will take the price next day, right? They already know it. So in here, in this stage, they start to look for the liquidity, right? So that's why we get this manipulation in this time. And then around the 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, that's a target time where the settlement is completed, and the 10 o'clock Pacific funding time, completion and target time, right? So this is when the markets start to move as they been ordering in here, right? So here is a window when they're looking for this accumulation, or sorry, for the manipulation of the orders, for the filling what they been getting in here, and then they distribute and take the price there where they need it, right? So this basically repeats another time in the day during the New York, but this is just for the London session, right? So what is important for us to know is that basically around 10 o'clock Central European time, that's when they are basically starting to move the markets after this accumulation phase, right? So I will show you later. I got something nice in here. You will see we basically have created this timeline into the indicator, and you can see actually today when this 10 o'clock, you can see how the market started to move actually exactly in that time, right? And it's actually repeating over and over in that 10 o'clock when they finish this accumulation, then the real move starts, right? So let me move this a little bit down, because I don't know why I cannot move this, right? So later I will show you and you will see how this time when they're doing this, basically it's really like a magic, right? So you can see if we bring some Asia, right, you can see how they basically start to doing the accumulation, and then at this 10 o'clock, that's really when the move starts, right? So yeah, anyway, I will show you later in this video. Let's go back into this presentation, right? So yeah, we have agreed that some accumulation, manipulation, distribution concept is really necessary. Now we have a time for the intraday. Also, what I want to show you is this, right? So basically the scheme, right? So as said, we can use the time-based range, which is the Asia, right? Where we are getting the consolidation, right? Then we have a consolidation. We know that we cannot have if the price coming from down, we know that we cannot have a consolidation to expansion, right? We know that we must have a consolidation, right? Manipulation, or let's say expansion, which is in this case, could be manipulation, right? So we can have an expansion, a reversal, right? And then pull back and continuation up, right? So that's for scheme for the day, right? So let's look at it by the dates, right? So we have an Asian session where we're getting this consolidation, right? Then we have a expansion, right? Could be going to the reversal once the price get back above this Asian session low, right? Or above the daily open. It's going to be another confirmation. And during the London session, by making high or low of the day between 8 to 10:30, right? So during the 8 to 10:30, which is between the time as I mentioned in here, right? So between the 8 when this settlement and payments starts, right? So this is a time window when I do think, and mostly it's actually happening, it's create that low of the day, right? So we have this consolidation in here, then we have this manipulation, and then this in this time window is when the low of the day can be injected, right, before the price start to move higher, right? So let's go back in here. So we have a low of the day between 8 to 10:30, right, in here. Then from here we can have an expansion, small consolidation, right? Then mostly in the New York 2 to 2:30 we can have a pullback, right? And then continuation, or if the price reaches some higher time frame level in here, that can be, and also the news mostly used for it, that can be also the reversal, right? So, but anyway, for the trading, you actually need just 3 candles. You can have actually only the Asian session, you can have a manipulation, you can have a correct time low of the day, right? And then you targeting this high, right? And that's actually the model by itself, and it's very powerful. I will show you later on the charts, and actually I have prepared one in here, right? So here you can see these red boxes. It's Asian sessions, right? We have also highlighted the kill zones, which is these gray or silver colors on this black background, right? So obviously, not everything it works every day. If it would be, then it would be very easy. Anyway, here we have the Asian session, right? and the price moves up, right, straight away. That's exactly that day when it didn't work. But actually, look at this, it's correct, right? Because the price is going up, it consolidates, right? And after the consolidation, we cannot have a reversal, right? We must have a expansion, and we had the expansion, retracement, and again followed by expansion, right? Then the price is dropping lower, right? We can see we have the consolidation, right, during the Asian session. Then we have an expansion, but we know that if the price is going down, we cannot have the consolidation and then a reversal. So this expansion, we know that it's actually a manipulation for the further move lower, right? And again, we have a consolidation, right, expansion, reversal, right? Or in other words, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? And again, right, we have accumulation, manipulation. We know that after the consolidation, there cannot be a reversal, right? So above this false break is what? Manipulation, false break, and distribution, right? Again, we have a what? Consolidation or accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? This one should not be used because that's a quite wide range. But anyway, still you have accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? Accumulation, manipulation, right? Low created at that time during the kill zone, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? And also in here, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? So quite often this works, right? More yes than no. And if you combine it with this knowledge, you will basically be, I cannot say 100% time right, but you will be more right than wrong, right?